Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your attention real quick. Now I'm about to say something that might shock you, might even make a few folks uncomfortable. But stay with me, because if you catch this truth tonight, your whole perspective on love and relationships is gone shift. See, everybody wants to know the magic trick. Women always asking me, Steve, how do I get a man to love me? How do I make him stay? What's the one thing men can't resist? And you know what? Most of y'all already tried the wrong answers. You think it's about how you look. Baby beauty fades. You think it's about how much you cook. He can order Uber Eats. You think it's about how much you give. Truth is, if you're giving it all away too soon, he ain't gonna value it anyway. But I'm here tonight to tell you, there's one move, just one, that makes any man fall for you. And it ain't complicated, it ain't expensive, it ain't on sale at the mall. It's something you already got something inside of you. Now, let me warn you, I ain't just gonna give it to you straight away. Nah, I gotta break it down, because if I just blurt it out, you're gonna clap. Say amen, then forget it tomorrow. But if I walk you through it step by step with these 7 keys, you'll never see men the same again. So tonight, I'm not just giving you advice. I'm handing you the power to shift the whole game. And when you leave here, you're gonna walk different, talk different, and love yourself different. And that's when the right man gonna fall hard. Respect his purpose now, ladies. Let me tell you something right here, because this is where most women miss it when it comes to men. Every man walking this earth, I don't care if he's driving a Bentley or riding the bus, every man got something burning on the inside of him called purpose. That purpose is his dream, his mission, the thing he was born to do. A man without purpose is like a car without gas. He might look shiny on the outside, but he ain't going nowhere. See, a man wakes up every day with a fight in his spirit. He's fighting the world, fighting doubt, fighting bills, fighting to prove he's enough. And in that fight, he needs one thing more than anything else. He needs somebody who believes in what he's fighting for. That's where you come in. You don't got to build his dream for him. You don't got to hand him the blueprint. But if you can respect the fact that he has a dream, if you can honor that purpose even when it's still in seed form, you become unforgettable to that man. I done seen women fall into a trap, laughing at a man's dream because it's small right now. Baby, you just working at the car wash. How you going to open a business? Boy, you writing songs in your notebook. Who you think you are, Jay-Z? See, when you dismiss a man's purpose, you cut straight into his soul, because a man is tied to what he was created to do. You ain't just laughing at his dream. You laughing at him. And he ain't ever gonna forget that. But flip it the other way. You meet a man and he says, one day I want to start my own barber shop. And you look him straight in the eye and say, I believe you can do it. Matter of fact, I see it already. Do you know what happens to that man? You just breathe life into him. You just became his safe place. You became the one person who saw beyond his right now into his not yet. And trust me, a man will hold on to that kind of woman with everything he got. Now don't get it twisted. I ain't saying throw your whole life away for a dreamer who ain't moving. Respecting his purpose doesn't mean financing it, babysitting it, or losing yourself in it. It means recognizing that inside every man is a king in the making. If you talk to the king in him, the king gonna rise up. But if you talk to the fool in him, that's what you're gonna get back. See, here's the truth. Men fall in love with women who make them feel bigger, not smaller. If you respect his purpose, he'll tie that respect right back to you. You become part of the reason he grinds harder, the reason he wakes up earlier, the reason he keeps pushing when life gets tough. And when a man connects his success to you, when he feels like she believed in me before I even believed in myself, baby, you done locked him in forever. So remember this, looks fade, bodies change, money comes and goes, but a woman who respects a man's purpose, that's rare. And in a world where most people doubt him, if you can be the one who believes, You'll never have to wonder if he loves you back, because the answer will already be written in the way he treats you. Confidence is magnetic, ladies. Let me break something down for you real quick. Men love beauty, no doubt about it. But beauty alone, it fades into the background. What makes a man stop in his tracks, what makes him do a double take, is confidence. Confidence is that thing you can't buy in no store, can't fake for too long, and can't borrow from nobody else. It's the glow you carry when you know your own worth. You ever seen a woman walk into a room and she ain't the one with the longest hair? She ain't the one with the tightest dress, but every head turns. That's confidence. It's the way she walks, the way she carries herself, the way she don't need the room to validate her because she already validated herself before she left the house. And let me tell you something, fellas can smell that confidence a mile away. It's like perfume for the soul, strong, attractive, unforgettable. Now here's the problem. Too many women been tricked into believing they got to be somebody else to get chosen. Social media got you thinking you got to look like her, talk like her, dress like her, live like her. But here's the truth. Nobody can outdo you at being you. And when you embrace that, when you stop apologizing for your flaws, stop shrinking yourself so you don't intimidate somebody, that's when your confidence becomes magnetic. See, a man might chase a certain look for a night, but when he's looking for a woman to love, to build with, to respect, he wants somebody who stands firm in who she is. Because let me tell you, life gonna hit you. Looks gonna change, body's gonna shift, hairline's gonna recede, but confidence only gets stronger if you keep feeding it. And I know some of y'all saying, Steve, it's hard to be confident when I don't feel good enough. Let me stop you right there. Confidence ain't about being perfect. It's about accepting yourself while you're still becoming. A confident woman can say, yeah, I'm working on me, but I'm still proud of who I am right now. That's powerful. That's attractive. And that's what draws a man in deeper than any makeup or outfit ever could. Let me give you the game. Men fall harder for women who don't beg for their approval. If you walk in knowing you're the prize, the energy shifts. You ain't asking, do you like me? He's the one thinking, man, what I got to do to keep her. Confidence flips the script. Confidence puts you in control of how you're treated because you're already showing people how to handle you. And here's the kicker. Confidence don't just attract men. It attracts opportunity, favor, and blessings. When you walk like you belong, doors open. When you talk like you know your value, people listen. Confidence will get you in rooms that fear would have kept you out of. So remember this. Confidence is not loud. It's not arrogance. It's not pretending. Confidence is quiet power. And baby, when you own that, you don't got to chase love. Love chases you because confidence is magnetic and the man who sees it won't ever forget it. Make him laugh now, ladies. Let me tell you something real simple that'll change the way you think about love. Men love to laugh. Yeah, we love beauty. We love confidence. We love a woman who respects herself. But I'm telling you right now, if you can make a man laugh, you just earned yourself a front row seat in his heart. See, life out here is tough. Men walk around carrying pressure y'all don't even see. We got responsibilities, expectations, bills, stress, and the weight of trying to be the man. And when we come home, the last thing we want is more stress. You know what we want? We want somebody who can make the load a little lighter. We want joy. We want peace. And laughter is the quickest way to a man's soul. Now, I ain't saying you got to be a stand-up comedian. You don't need to write no jokes. You don't need to go on tour. What I'm saying is, bring some playfulness into the relationship. Crack a joke at the right time. Be silly sometimes. Show him that with you. Life don't always got to be serious and heavy. Because when a man realizes he can laugh with you, that's when he feels like he found a partner, not just a girlfriend. Ladies, let me put it this way. Beauty will catch his eye, but laughter will hold his heart. Because that's connection. That's chemistry. And when he's sitting with you and he can just laugh, really laugh from the belly, he's not thinking about the stress, the money, the work, the world. He's thinking, man, this woman right here makes me feel alive. And men don't let go of the person who makes them feel alive. You ever notice that men will remember the woman who made them smile long after they forgot the one who just looked good? That's because ladder stamps itself on the soul. You can be fine, you can be put together, but if you don't bring any joy to the table, he might admire you, but he ain't gonna stay. A man stays where he feels light, free, and happy. And let me tell you something, don't underestimate your personality. Some of y'all been told you're too goofy or too silly. Baby, that's your superpower. Because the right man ain't looking for perfection. He's looking for somebody who makes life worth living. So don't hide that part of you. Don't dull your shine. Be that burst of joy in his day. Because here's the truth. A man will always chase what makes him feel good. If he leaves work stressed, but he knows when he sees you, he's gone laugh, he's gone smile, he's gone forget his problems for a while. He ain't letting that go. You become the place he runs to, not the place he runs from. So remember this, making a man laugh isn't about being funny all the time. It's about being light in a world that's heavy. And trust me, when you give him that gift, you ain't just making him laugh. You're making him fall in love. Set standards, ladies. Let me tell you something that most of y'all don't realize. Men respect what they have to work for. Period. It's in our DNA. We are hunters by nature. It's too easy. We lose interest. If the chase ain't worth it, we move on. And the truth is, if you don't set standards, if you don't draw a line and make it clear how you want to be treated, a man will treat you any way he pleases. Now, don't get me wrong. Setting standards doesn't mean being mean, cold, or hard to deal with. It simply means you know your worth and you're not willing to negotiate it away for the sake of keeping somebody. Standards say, I know who I am. I know what I deserve. And if you can't meet me here, then maybe you're not the one. But here's what happens too often. Some women drop their standards just because they're scared of losing the man. He don't call. You make excuses. He don't show up. You let it slide. He says he doesn't want commitment, but you stick around anyway, hoping he'll change his mind. Ladies, listen. If you lower the bar, he will stay right there at that level. Men don't rise up when you make it easy. Men rise up when you set the bar high and don't budge. Think about it. If a man knows he can come and go as he pleases, why would he give you his best? But if he sees that you value your time, your body, your heart, and your future, and you won't settle for less than respect, consistency, and effort, that man is either going to step up or step out. And let me be clear, if he steps out, you didn't lose anything. You just made room for the man who will step in and meet your standards. Men love a challenge. We don't respect what we don't have to earn. If everything is handed over too quickly, we enjoy it for a while, but we don't cherish it. But when a woman makes it clear, this is who I am, this is what I require, this is how I expect to be treated, we might grumble at first, but deep down we respect it. And that respect is what builds love. Now, I'm not talking about unrealistic standards like demanding he makes 6 figures or drives a certain car. I'm talking about real foundational standards, honesty, loyalty, effort, respect, consistency. These are the things that make a man decide she ain't like the rest. She the one I need to hold on to. So let me wrap this up. When you set standards, you're not pushing men away. You're filtering them. You're separating the boys from the men, the ones who only want to waste time from the ones who are ready to build. And the man who truly wants you, he'll climb mountains to meet your standards. Because at the end of the day, standards don't scare away the right man. They reveal him. Be his peace, not his problem, ladies. Let me talk to you straight from a man's perspective. Life out here is war for us every single day. A man wakes up and he's fighting battles you may never see. He's fighting to prove himself at work, fighting to keep money in his pocket, fighting to live up to expectations, fighting against failure, fear, and sometimes even himself. By the time he gets to you, he's already worn down. Now let me ask you, if he comes home and you meet him with chaos, with drama, with constant problems, where does he get his peace? See, men don't say this out loud, but one of the greatest desires we have is to come home and find peace in our woman. That don't mean silence. That don't mean you never speak your mind. That don't mean you put up with nonsense. It means you create an environment where he feels safe, respected, and valued. Because when a man feels like home is war too, he'll start looking for peace somewhere else. And I don't mean just with another woman. He'll bury himself in work, in the bar, in the game, anywhere that feels lighter than the weight he's carrying. Now, let me be real. Some women think nagging, criticizing, or constantly pointing out flaws will make a man step up. No, baby, that just makes him shut down. Men are wired to pull back from noise. But when you encourage him, when you speak life into him, instead of always pointing out what he's not, he starts seeing you differently. You become his partner, not his enemy. And hear me clear, being his peace doesn't mean being his doormat. You can still call him out. You can still check him, but it's how you do it. You don't have to tear him down to correct him. You don't have to start a fight to make a point. You can set standards and still bring peace at the same time. Men fall in love with the woman who makes life lighter, not heavier. If he knows when he sees you, he can laugh, he can relax, he can be vulnerable without judgment. That's when you become irreplaceable. Because in a world full of stress, the woman who brings peace is a rare jewel. And believe me, when a man finds peace, he will fight to protect it. He will sacrifice to keep it. He will commit himself to the source of it. So here's the truth. Looks might catch his eye. Passion might get his attention. But peace is what makes him stay. Peace is what makes him open up, share his dreams, share his fears, and let his guard down. When you are his peace, you are not just his woman, you are his sanctuary. And in the end, that's the move that makes him fall deeper than anything else. Because any man can find fun, any man can find beauty, but peace. Peace is priceless. Be his peace, not his problem. And you'll never have to question where you stand in his life. Believe in yourself more than you believe in him, ladies. Let me give you something that might sound backwards at first. Everybody tells you that if you want a man to love you, you got to believe in him, support him, push him, build him up. And that's true. A man loves when his woman believes in his purpose. But here's where most women mess up. You believe in him so much that you forget to believe in yourself. And let me tell you, nothing makes a man fall harder than a woman who knows who she is, where she's going, and what she's worth, independent of him. See, when you give a man all your energy but neglect your own dreams, you start losing your shine. You pour into him until you empty yourself. And here's the kicker, the good man don't even want that. A real man don't want a woman who disappears into his purpose. He wants a woman who's walking boldly in her own. Because when you glow in your gift, when you chase your own goals, you inspire him. You make him want to run harder, climb higher, because he's standing next to somebody he admires. Let's be real, it's easy to fall into the trap of being his cheerleader while sitting on the sidelines of your own life. But men fall for women who play in the game, not just clap from the stands. You got talent, you got skills, you got dreams. Don't shelve them just to prove you love him. When you believe in yourself, you show him you are the prize. You remind him that you were already whole before he showed up. And that makes him respect you on another level. And here's the beauty of it. When you chase your own dreams, it don't take away from his. It adds to it. Two people believing in themselves, pushing each other, building side by side. That's power. That's partnership. That's love on a higher level. Now, some women are scared. They think, if I shine too bright, he'll feel intimidated. Baby, let me tell you something. The wrong man might feel threatened, but the right GHT man, He'll love it. He'll brag about it. He'll say, that's my woman. She out here killing it. Because your strength don't weaken him. It strengthens the whole relationship. Men fall for women who make them better, not by carrying them, but by challenging them. If he sees you grinding, improving, and growing, he knows he got to keep up. You become not just his lover, but his motivation. So here's the truth. Believe in him. Yes. Support him. Yes. But don't ever stop believing in yourself first. Because when you bet on you, when you invest in you, when you stay true to your own journey, you raise the standard of the whole relationship. And that's what makes a man fall deep. Not just for the woman he loves, but for the woman he deeply respects. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring this home. We've talked about a lot tonight. Respecting his purpose, walking in your confidence, making him laugh, setting your standards, respecting yourself, being his peace, and believing in yourself. But all of it boils down to one truth, and I need you to lock this in your heart. The one move that makes any man fall for you is self-respect. See, when you respect yourself, you naturally set standards. When you respect yourself, your confidence shines. When you respect yourself, you bring joy instead of chaos. When you respect yourself, you don't lose yourself in him. You stand tall right next to him. That's the secret. And it ain't a trick. It ain't a game. It's just real love for you first. Because here's the thing. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't expect a man to give you what you don't even give yourself. But when you walk like the prize, when you know you're valuable, when you demand respect because you already give it to yourself, a man sees that. And the right man, he'll rise to meet it. So stop chasing. Stop lowering your worth just to keep someone who ain't meant for you. Be the prize. Be the peace. Be the woman who laughs, shines, believes, and sets the standard. And trust me, the right man will see you, respect you, and fall for you so hard he won't know what hit him. Ladies, the one move ain't about getting him. It's about keeping you. And when you keep you, you'll never have to question if he loves you because he'll be too busy proving it every single day.